Hello, everybody. Grady Polson here, the America Agency. Beyond excited to be on here today with you, but more excited about our special guest who'll be coming on here in just a few minutes, Miss Digna Deleon-Morris. Absolute. I mean, I need to get some new synonyms because powerhouse. She's like a nuclear reactor. What is bigger than? She's like a hydro. She is like we'll go nuclear reactor. I'm gonna stick with that one. I don't know. I'm gonna. But Digna has done an incredible job of educating herself, putting herself in a position where she gets better by experience, which is what we're all trying to do here, and then going out there and seeking answers. And through that process, she'll admit it, and she'll tell her story about her production continuing to ramp up and ramp up, ramp up. But what she capped off the year last year at over 600,000 issue paid is just a tremendous how do I even say it? A tremendous, this is doing something. See if you can tape them. It's a tremendous commitment to who she is. And at the same standpoint, she's gone from there and she's leading a team as well. And her team, and I'll do these numbers again as we get later in the call, her team is scratching the door at $1 million a month, which is just absolutely incredible to hear what she's, to see what she's been able to accomplish, but at the same standpoint to be a part of it, watch it, but also get to cheer her on along the way. So you're going to love her. She's coming on shortly. If you like amazing people and you want to get better and you like telling your friends and introducing them to amazing people and helping them become better people, then invite them on because Digna will be coming on here shortly. Give me, Jade, will you fix this? China, what did we do? Do we turn the volume up? Do we turn it down? I got it down. I feel like it's working, but we're okay for right now. All right. Is it dozed down there? Is it just... That's funny. All right. We're going to be okay. Here, put them under my... There we go. Do this. Figuring it out. No, it's coming out of the thing. All good. I'll turn it off if I need to. Okay. So let's do a couple quick updates, but we are live right now. We're live on Instagram on the Best Business Ever Instagram page. We are live on Facebook at FFL America on Facebook. And we're also live on YouTube at Grady Polson. There's a bunch of non-congruent words, but you'll find us if you're on the americaagency.com/live. All the buttons below. You can join us there. But Digna will be on here just a couple minutes as we get the call going. But I want a couple quick updates that are important that I must cover before we head into this incredible call. Today is... So first thing, our incredible parent company, Integrity Marketing Group, is always doing their best to incentivize and help us with lead discounts, etc., starting on 12/29 through 1/19. So 3 more days, 20% off all your exclusive leads. It's a lead type we have in the CRM. 20% off. Start 25 is the code. So go grab that. 25% off discount code with Diamond Life and Gold Life leads. Starts tomorrow. Hustle 25 is the code for that. So go ahead and grab those leads. You can screenshot these if you're on your phone, or we also post them in our Slack channel, etc. Right now, 30% off Ethos Fresh Apartment abandoned cart leads and aged, which are just a few days old, but they're about half the price on the aged. And then now there's also 30% off as well with code GOALS25. And 50% discount. Holy cow. Diamond, gold, silver, bronze, plan and roll final expense, real-time call, or real-time lead. That's a ton of leads. So I would screenshot this as well. Right now, I keep looking at my watch for the date. 1/13 through 1/31. So right now we're in the thick of it. Ambition25 is the code. Please use that code and get yourself into getting the discount on our leads right now. I'm trying to turn this speaker off. China, what did I do? It will be okay. And last code we have, no more code. Oh, we're talking about convention now. So coming up in, I got to ask, right? Hey, Siri, how many days until January 29th? She didn't say it again. 13 days. 13 days until January 29th. That is day 1 of our annual convention. Now, there are many companies that require you to come to a Tuesday night meeting. They require you to come to a Saturday morning training, a monthly meeting, and pay hundreds of dollars every single time for each and every one. We don't do that here. We do one annual convention. That is all. One single annual convention once a year, bounce it around the country. We've been in Vegas, we've been in Atlanta, we've been in Miami, we've been in Dallas, and now we're back to Dallas, second year. And this year we're in Dallas again. Last year it's in Las Colinas, which is in North Dallas. But one of our featured speakers, you're going to meet her here in just a couple of minutes, Miss Digna Deleon-Morris, will be training live on stage at our annual convention. It is our biggest event of the year. We only do one. And so everyone's like, well, I didn't know it was coming up. Well, we've only been promoting it for like 250 days. Or I didn't know it was in Dallas. Well, we've only been promoting it for 250 days. Oh my gosh, I've got a family commitment coming up. Well, we've only been promoting it for 250 days. So all that taken into consideration, this is the event where we pull together all the top trainers, all the top agents, all the top managers, all of our carriers, and you have under one roof, get all your questions answered, connect with like-minded people, feel the energy of what it's like to be around thousands and thousands and thousands of people who are all doing the same thing as you're doing. Get help with objections, get help with rebuttals, get help with lead vendors, get help with carriers, get help with product placement. This is the place where you get better. I tell you, every single convention, the next month was my best month of the year because I learned what I need to learn to take my business to the next level. So one of our featured speakers on with us today, she'll talk for, I'm sure, a minute about how convention has helped change her life, but more so into deep and how she's selling IULs. But Digna will be on stage as well, live in front of thousands of people in Dallas in 13 days. And then this guy will be there too. I will be there speaking at convention. Beyond honored and blessed to get a few minutes to share my story and some marketing tips and tricks that I've found that have helped make our agency grow to the incredible level it is today. So right now, there's our regular seats, and then they just opened up a few more VIP and Premier tickets. So limited time offer, only a few left, like 5 or 10. I think they opened back up, like really needed to make an image for 5 or 10 more tickets, but that was a joke. But they have a few left. And so what the cool thing about these tickets is the VIP tickets, you're sitting up. No, I apologize. The Premier tickets, you're up front, right up front, and they do hundreds of thousands of dollars of lead giveaways right up front. So I would highly suggest getting those. And if you like the speakers that we've got coming from Tim Grover, Dave Anderson, Deion Sanders, Eric Thomas, Kenny Brooks, and one more, China. Mariana Atencio, journalist, TV host, author, and speaker. A lot of top tier speakers we've got coming this year. The VIP tickets, you actually get to go do a meet and greet with each of the speakers, and you can get social media pictures, time with them, film a quick clip or a reel with them for your social media. But VIP tickets, Premier tickets, and then of course our regular tickets are still available. All that information is on fflconvention.com. So I highly suggest you going there. If you are registered already, will you drop a Y in the chat below, wherever you are watching us, whether you're on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube, or you're live with us on theamericaagency.com. Drop a Y in the chat below. We're going to get this chat going, and let me know if you have registered for convention. Dom, let's go, baby. Dom said what? Yes, Sheila is a Y. Sean Simpson is a Y. He'll be there. Might be a Mar. Hey, what's up, Mo? Bryce, Cody, wonderful. Appreciate you guys engaging with me a little bit. We're going to do a little bit more interaction as we go. So do our best here to have some fun today. So, but closing out, a couple more things. We're going to talk about Hall of Fame. So at Family First Life, we do a coveted Hall of Fame red jacket that you are given at annual convention on stage when you pay over $400,000 in a calendar year, or protect over 400 families in a year. So this is our agency, the America Agency, Family First Life America. These are our agents that in the past 12 months in 2024 protected over 400 families. So if you are new to this business or struggling in this business, I've interviewed many of these people, as well as they've done trainings across YouTube. Go find their trainings, go find their YouTube videos, find the calls that they've been on, and listen to them and hear their word tracks and what they do and how they put words together to make the clients move forward. That's the difference between you and Randall. You don't yet know the words that you need to put together when you're having conversations with leads to turn them into clients to help them move forward. It's all about the quality of the words, the quality of your conversations will determine the quality of your life. And so congratulations to Randall Baum. Absolutely just hit the cover off the ball. 1,289 families protected, nearly $1.3 million of issue paid volume in 2024. Oh my God, brother. Absolutely incredible. So keep rolling. We've got Mara McNona, 989 families protected. Congratulations. Drake Jeremani, my brother, incredibly proud of you, bro. I mean, holy cow, 821 families protected for Drake. Amazing. Cole Eblin, 747 families protected. Francesca Hasapes, incredible, 678 families protected. Miss Digna Deleon-Morris, 598 families protected. And she's joining us today. Mr. Sean Simpson, 567 families protected. Pilar, how do you say it? Pilar A? Is it A? Is that an I? See, the problem is we use this fancy font. Arroave. Pilar. I'm going to learn your name, and I'm going to say it correctly. But so congratulations to Pilar. 500 families protected. Max Van Kempen, 426. And Montserrat Vargas, 413. Yoselin Guerrero, 405. And David Pania squeaked in there, bro, 403. Great job, David. What about the one slide with the... Yeah, and then so these are people that we couldn't find on social media, get their pictures. So congratulations also to Elijah Barber, 576, Jalen Griffith, 454, Simon Jones, 413, Lauren Garza, 418, Daniel White, 425, and Guillermo Garcia Mungia. I got to practice my Spanish. Where's the Duolingo? 438. Great job, everybody. Just incredible. Congratulations. Please drop a 400 in the chat below to show some love for these 400K producers and up. Just an absolute incredible accomplishment to put up that level of number, the commitment. I mean, we're talking about 33,000 issue paid per month, basically, to make that number. And it's a testament to lead investment, to skill growth, and to drive and determination and wanting a better life. Yeah, it's okay to want a better life for yourself. And that's the price that these agents have paid to put up the numbers they put up, because they wanted a better life. And is everything about money? Heck no, everything's not about money, but it gives you a lot of options. And so congratulations, everybody that went out there, went to work, and had a huge, huge, huge 2024. And last thing before we bring Miss Digna on, next week, Thursday, January 23rd, is a not miss call. This is a not miss call, obviously, with Miss Digna, but next week we've got something huge. We're revealing a huge secret that will skyrocket your business. I can't say anything else. You will learn about it next Thursday, but I would bookmark or add a little calendar invite. We'll promote it throughout the week. But if you enjoy, if you're on this call regularly, make sure you don't miss the call next week. A huge, huge, huge thing we're talking about next Thursday. So let's get out of here. And without further ado, I need to turn this off. China. And okay, there she is. Can we hear her?
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, loud and perfect.
Awesome. Thank you.
Wonderful. Let me give you the proper intro that you deserve, Miss Digna Deleon-Morris. So, everybody, Grady Paulson, the America Agency, beyond excited to have Miss Digna Deleon-Morris on with us today. I've had the great pleasure of knowing her for a few years now, and watching her get started in the business. I was excited for her. Watching her be in the business, I know she was excited. But what happens with driven people is excitement only carries you so far, and then you need to start seeing some results. And what's so incredible about her story is her drive and desire to make it happen. And not just for her, her family, her children, her husband, but for her team. And to see where she is now, and to for my eyes to just needily to, like, when they told me, like, recently that Digna wrote $600,000, Hall of Fame and a half last year, I said, oh my gosh. And then we saw the numbers for her team approaching 1 million a month, nearly board member in team volume from her leadership. One, I knew she'd get there. Two, I knew she deserved it. But three, the big dude upstairs just made her pay her dues. And it's incredible to see what she has accomplished, what she's done, what she's created, her sales process. I mean, guys, you are in for a call today because some of the things that she showed me, I had to get off the phone with her yesterday because we started talking. I was like, I want this for the call. But is stuff that in my small experience, but grand experience in being a part of this industry, I had never seen before, but in a very few remote subsets of the industry. And I'm just so proud of her foresight and vision as a business owner to create tools and assets for herself and her team. So without further ado, Miss Digna Deleon-Morris is a Hall of Fame producer, board member, agency manager, and live in studio from Florida, right? In Florida today, to talk to you about how to sell IULs at an incredibly high level. So how are you doing today, Digna?
I'm super excited. I'm honored. Thank you so much for having me here today. I'm so grateful and I'm honored. I'm so excited. I hope I can do a good job for everybody today. I'm gonna do my best.
You're going to do a fantastic job. So I echoed a little bit to your past and your story and what you've gone through. Because I remember when you came in here, and I would love if you'd share your success in the past because because your success in the past also came from struggles before you were successful, and then new struggles, and then a new present and an incredible future. But so I'd love if you'd share your story with us all. Just for all those, there's so many people who can relate to who you are as a mother and as a spouse and as a businesswoman, but at the same standpoint to what you went through to be able to get where you are today.
Absolutely. I love to. So Digna Deleon-Morris, I am Latina, so I'm kind of loud. You're going to get a lot of that here today. I'm super grateful to be here Family First Live, hands down, it is the best opportunity in America. So FFL on the chat, let me see you nice and big because it is the best opportunity, guys. And I'm coming from a place where I kind of looked at all the other opportunities out there with my husband. So I came to this country very young and I went to work. I went to study. I got 2 college degrees behind me, which they have dust. Like I don't use them anymore. And I went to work for corporate America for 22 years of my life. Like that was my thing. Like I thought that's where I was going to be successful in America. And I had a decent job. I don't think it's a good job, but it was a decent job, 6-figure income. But I'm a mother of 4 children, and I was never home for my family. I was always running around. I had an $82 million operation a year that I was responsible for, 7 days a week, 2 phones, no life. I was just sick and tired of that. And when my 4th baby was born, that's when I found my why, because, it was a really tough delivery, ladies. It was a C-section. The baby almost died. It was very dramatic. And in that moment, I found myself already having a part-time network marketing business with my husband, making a lot of excuses, wanting to get out, knowing my why, but not really doing the job. And then I made a decision in 2011 that I was going to go all in with that business. And in 6 months, my husband and I were able to, replace my 6-figure income. And I came home with the baby and I was all in network marketing. We made millions of dollars and we lost all of it. Okay. So we had no financial education background at the time. Okay. We lost everything. And 2016 was the year for us where we had to start from zero. And my wonderful husband, who I love, said, you got to get licensed for insurance in 2017. And I said, absolutely not. Like I was against it. Like it was a step down for me. Like, no way. And after so many fights and like, okay, I have to go get licensed. So I get licensed. Fine. I take one for the team. And I got the license. Thank you to my husband, which I didn't even put the license to work. We were doing friends and family. We have no idea there was such a thing as Family First Life. So I went through a lot to learn. And funny story, I started with IULs. And I didn't really do it. My husband was the one talking to the friends and family. And, I had the license and we were doing this thing. But I wasn't really in. And then I went into infinite banking for 4 years, guys. And I was so into infinite banking. And then you hate IULs when you do infinite banking. Okay, that's the deal there. And it was friends and families. And I was like, I'm making less money than what I was doing when I was in corporate America. I love the idea to work from home and all that. And then one day we went to an event and we found all these crazy people talking about all this money. And I'm like, what are they doing that I don't know? And I'm in this industry. So that's when I started like, oh, there's other stuff out there. So they were telling me at that other company, don't go on social media, don't listen to anyone. They probably told you those lies too, right? That's not real. You could get in trouble. You could lose your license, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm seeing all these people saying, well, I'm getting my clients approved on the spot. I'm getting paid 48 hours. And I'm like, what? I'm waiting 2 weeks to see if they get qualified. And maybe I get paid twice a month. So it was like a game changer for us. And then they're like, oh, we're not talking to friends and family. We actually buy leads. People that actually want what we have. I'm like, what? How many can I get? That was my question. So I'm super grateful that and where I am today, the team, Grady at the upline, but Marissa Mazziati has been such an angel in my life, and Show Mike. And I'm just grateful because I know the opportunity is amazing. And that's why at the beginning, guys, it was tough for me. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to come here and tell you it was beautiful and, oh my God, I was a success day one. No. You know what I said at the beginning? I was going to do final expense clients on Zoom. That was my idea, my big idea when I came in here. I told my friend, I'm like, I'm not going to go in home. What is that? I've never done that. I'm going to bring them on Zoom. And she's like, okay, you go try that. I'm going to go in home. And then she's writing business. And I'm like, this is not working. And then I went in home and I did that. And I had success because I know how to connect with people. I love people. And I know what I'm doing is so valuable for the family. So that was easy for me to get in the homes and connect with that client, find the why, and let's write a policy. But I knew one thing. I wanted to be home because I spent 22 years outside of my house. And I said, I need to do telesales. Some way, somehow, somebody got to show me. And then I went to study in YouTube University right here with Grady. And guys, YouTube right here, it has it all. I mean, Grady's channel is the best. And I just, some people listen to YouTube, listen to this is good. And you put a fast, like 1.5, 1.2. I don't know how they do that. You know what I was doing? I was making it slow because I wanted to listen, and I was taking notes, and I was like repeating what they said. And I spent a lot of money in leads at the beginning trying to do telesales, and it didn't work. So I'm not here today saying, oh, it was so easy for me. I'm just so good. No, I sucked at it. I was really bad at it. And what I did, Grady, I already had a certain amount of skills from other industry. Like I know I had teams before in corporate America. I did sales and network marketing. I knew how to do all of that. I'm like, why don't I just like merge, transfer some of that in here? And then how can I build something amazing in this company, in this opportunity? And I just wouldn't give up. I just wouldn't give up until, and I don't know if you let me, but I want to talk to 3 types of people that are on this call today. Is that okay?
Please.
There's 3 types of people, and that's who I want to talk to. The first one is the brand new agent. You have no clue what's going on. You're like, what is going on with this company? I see all these people making money. When am I going to make my money? And I'm going to tell you guys, this is the place. Like, stop looking. This is it. If you're a brand new agent, this is like a game. Follow the leader. Whatever the person that's in your business with you, that's making money, that's your manager, that already went the way, just follow that. Listen to them. And that some people have a real hard time with that. Just listen to the instruction. Like it's like a book. Just like follow what they're saying and then do it. There's a script that you're going to follow at the beginning. Just read it. Like, don't make it up. Don't try to reinvent anything. Don't come with new ideas. I'm sorry. I love you. I know you have great ideas, but you know what? I had great ideas too, and they didn't work. And then I said, okay, give me the script. I'm going to memorize this thing, and I'm going to just say how it is. Live your ideas and all your talent and all the beautiful things that you got. They are beautiful, but not for right now. If you're a brand new agent, just follow success, what is already working, and do that. Now, here's the other thing. create a schedule that you are going to follow. Just like whatever it is, it's your business. If it's going to be 5 hours a day, it's going to be 5 hours a day. If it's going to be 6 days a week, it's going to be 6 days a week. But just commit and be there. Just be there and do the work that it's needed. And then you have to believe. And sometimes that's really hard at the beginning because you don't have anything, you don't have any foundation. You're like, well, I haven't made any money yet. But just believe that his agency did 150 million issue pay business last year. And in 2019, I believe Grady didn't do, how much did you do in 2019, Grady?
On 800,000 the whole year.
800,000. How about 2018?
Oh, just me, 250,000.
So what I'm trying to say here, like, hello, and then look at today. So we did what we're telling you to do is what probably your upline or the person you're working with is saying for you to do, but you're not listening. Because I have a hard head too. I didn't want to listen, and then I had to get humble, and then like, okay, I'm going to listen because I want to make money. I could either have a big ego or I could have a big bank account, and I much rather the bank account and a big business. So that's what I did. And then be consistent, guys. I mean, that's the one thing that I see in new agents. You just don't show up. You just want to come in and write a policy and then go pay your bills that you haven't paid before. Now you want to pay your bills and don't buy leads. If you don't buy leads in this business, you don't have a business. It's that simple. So new agents, please listen to the person you're working with. Now, if that person is not doing anything and they're not working and they don't have a schedule and they don't have anything for you, then go up. There's somebody else in the business. Believe me when I tell you that. Find out who can help you because somebody will. Ask for help. Okay, that's for the new agent. Person number 2 is somebody that has been here for a while and they just don't feel that they where they are today is where they should be. Like, I should be further along the way. Something is going on. What is wrong with the lease, right? You're blaming somebody, probably. I'm going to tell you what's happening. It's one of this. There's really 4 things that are happening, and you tell me. I want you to look at yourself and say, oh, that's the one thing that I'm not doing. There's 4 things that you have to do, and you're not doing one of them. The first one, I guarantee you, you don't buy leads every single week. You probably buy once a month. You're calling the all leads, and you're expecting something miracle, something crazy to happen. It's not going to happen. You need to buy leads every week in order to get paid every single month. Because I heard this at the beginning, and I know this for a fact today. You could have a bad week, even 2 weeks that could be bad, even 3 weeks, but you would never have a bad month if you buy leads every week and you call those leads and you do the work. So that's one of the things. If you're not having the success you think you should have at this point, you're not buying leads every week. And then number 2, you are not allowing the person that's trying to help you to actually help you. You're not opening the mic when you're calling. They cannot listen to your presentation. If they can, let me tell you, if I cannot listen to my agents when they are presenting to a client, there is absolutely no way that I could help them. So I have a guy, a brand new guy, amazing. He's so fired up. He's so hungry for this. He has a brand new baby at home. We did all the trainings. He got started. He sold a few policy. He bought leads. He did all the right things. And then he's like, I'm not listening to him at this point. He's working, in another room. And he's like, Digna, I don't know. I haven't closed in 2 weeks. What's going on? I said, well, let me hear you. Because I haven't heard what you're saying to the client. So let's get on the room right now. And we got inside this virtual room. He started calling people. He's trying to sell me an IUL. And I'm like, what the heck are you doing? That's not what I was teaching you when we started. You changed the script on me. Of course, you're not going to sell anything. And we spent an hour. And that day he sold 4 policies that day. And he's been top producer since. Guys, let the person that you're working with that is selling, that they know what they're doing, listen to you and let them correct you and help you, because sometimes it's one little thing that you're missing and that person is the one that's going to help you. Okay. And then the other thing, the number 3 is you have to have a consistent. And if you don't have this, you're not being consistent with your business. I promise you that that's one of the things that's happening. You show up when you feel like it. When you have a headache, you don't show up. When the bills are like, getting in your nerves, you don't show up. When you get paid, you go and you pay the bills, or you go to Disney, and then you disappear for a week. You're not being consistent with your business. That's why you don't have the results that you're looking for. And the last one is that maybe you're not believing enough in this business or yourself. And that's something that's going to happen with time for some people, because maybe you've been through a lot and you're not trusting anybody. So just believe that we believe, like that, just hold on to somebody else's story for now until you're able to create your own. And I think those are the four things for those agents that like they feel like I'm stuck. No, you're not. You're just not buying enough leads. You're not letting somebody listen to you. You just don't have a consistent schedule, and maybe you just don't believe in what you're doing. You probably don't have an IUL in yourself. Buy one for you, for your child. That would change the game for you. I promise you. And then now the last person I want to talk to quickly is the one that's killing it. Let's say they like our agents. It's on fire. We like killing it. We Hall of Fame and you name it, all the good stuff. If that's you, keep pushing. Like pour gasoline into your team. That's what I'm doing right now. I started a 90-day game plan with my team, and we're like on fire. I mean, literally, we submitted like 800K in the first 15 days of the month. Wow. It's literally on fire. And it's because I realized how easy it is to lay back and say, hey, I'm going to be a Hall of Fame. Oh my God, all of these things are going to happen. Convention is around. No, don't wait for convention. Why? What about the last 2 weeks of January? What about before you get there? This month it's going to count for your production. Don't no. Pour gasoline into your fire. That's what I'm doing. And then remember what your bank account looked like 2 years ago, or maybe a year ago, or maybe 6 months ago. Just remember where you started. Because when I go back there, when I had chargebacks, when I wasn't getting paid, when things were crazy, when people were quitting every day, I go back to that, and I never want to go there again. I'm like, I'm recruiting people today. I'm going to sell some IULs. I'm going to do something. So go back to that point, because think about that new agent that just got into your business yesterday, and they don't know what to do. They are dreaming about selling that first policy, and you got paid and you're paying your bills, and now you don't care. So that's for you. And those are the three people I wanted that was in my heart today. And I'm like, I got to share this with everybody. And then we're going to get into some IULs business. Great.
Yes, that was excellent. So there's, we're going to jump into some sales, how she sells IULs, but so let's have some honesty, right? This is the best part of public declaration and public goals. And you don't have to, get too detailed, but drop, are you a 1, a 2, or a 3 in the chat below? Are you a 1? Are you a brand new agent? Did you take her advice? Are you going to follow the leader? Are you going to follow the script? Are you going to create a schedule for yourself and be consistent? Are you a 2? You've been here for a while and you're looking for clarity. You probably got your convention ticket booked, but you're thinking about canceling it. You probably have your convention ticket booked, or maybe you got your flight booked, but you didn't buy the ticket yet because it's $99 because maybe that's tight right now. Been here for a while. You're blaming the leads, right? Are you a 2 right now? Or are you a 3? Are you killing it right now? Let's see some 3s in the chat below. Are you stoked? Are you pushing constantly? Are you focused daily on advancing your business, on advancing your personal skill set? Are you waking up early and working on your mind? Because that's one of the most important things you do. Invest more into yourself than you do anything else, because it's the only place you can guarantee a positive return. We're seeing a lot of 1s, a lot of brand new agents. Wonderful. Welcome. We're happy you're here. This has changed our lives, and we're 2 of thousands of people. And we're so grateful you're here and you've entrusted this time with us. But we're going to do our best to guide you now from here now in the future. So thank you for your clarity. Thank you for your honesty. One thing I'll tell you all who are watching, the hundreds of you that are watching now, as speakers, we're talking at a screen. So we get a lot of good energy and feedback from what you put in the chat. So if you see Digna say something you like, throw a heck yeah down there, throw some fireball emojis, or recant it. Because when you write out the thing that she said, you're now telling your body and your brain that that's important. And then you're also sharing with the people who maybe didn't hear it because maybe they were doom scrolling. I don't know. But at the same standpoint, we're Thank you for engaging. Keep engaging. I see a lot of numbers. Appreciate you declaring it, being honest with yourself. Thank you for the boom. There we go. So, all right,
I love
back
it.
to you, Digna. But that was
That's good.
awesome. What a tactical way to approach this phase of for people in their business.
Awesome. So let's talk about IULs and what really happened for me and the business, the team. And I had to go back to last year convention, right? Because last year I was not where I wanted to be. Like I know, like I'm so committed, I'm so fired up, I'm doing all the right things. And I know some of you guys feel the same, like I'm doing everything right. What's happening? And again, you were talking about the mindset. Yes, you got to keep working the mindset because all the negative around us is gonna hit you one way or another. Maybe even the people around you or your family. It doesn't matter who it is. You have to protect your mind and your energy. And I'm very big on that, right? But last year I was like, I got to do something different. And around October of 23, I said, I am not going to convention unless I have like 50 people with me. And I was going to go. I was just like, I don't care if I don't sleep. I'm going to work around the clock. Grady, when I tell you I became a crazy lady, I was on the phone. I was working 16-hour days. I was like, you got to go to convention. No, I left a message to everybody in the team. Like I went out of my way to get people to convention. I don't want to hear any excuses. When you hear testimonies today to some of the agents, the one that I have 2 people that became Hall of Fame in the agency and like 6 other girls that did over 200K this year. They started with me last year when I went crazy, right? When I made a decision, you got to make a decision that you're going to change something. Because if I do the same thing, I was going to have the same results. And I said, not this time. I'm not going to convention with the same 10 people that are complaining all the time, not buying leads, and the same production. Like I was done. You got to get to that point. If you're not there yet, I don't see you winning yet. Not big. You got to get to that point where you're like, that's it. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I'm going to do this. And anyone here could do it. There's absolutely nothing special about me. I'm just like fired up all the time. Like I want this so bad. So the level of hunger is so important to do this business, guys. Some of you guys are just not hungry enough. Like I'm like, what is up with that? So I went and recruited a bunch of new people. And I said, you know what else? I said, I'm going to speak Spanish. Why not? There's so many Spanish speaking teams that agents out there that they just need a place where they could be, making money for real, like a real company like us. So I recruited like 50 people, brand new agents. And we all went, and Fraser, one of my top managers, we're like, we're going to do this, girl. Let's go. And we just started recruiting, training, and developing people. And we took, 55 people to convention last year. And then I was already doing IULs, but a very small, IULs. My team was doing final expense. I'm like, I don't want to touch it. It's going well. I don't want to touch it. But yeah, I go to convention and everybody's talking about IULs. Every team that was winning big was doing IULs. And this is where the company's going. And I'm like, I ain't staying behind. At convention, I made the decision with the team. I said, we are selling all IULs when we get back. We'll figure it out. And it wasn't easy, but I knew I was going to do it. I wasn't going to quit. I'm like, we're going to figure it out. And we had to, because that's what the company's going. And today our business, 95% of our business is IULs, guys.
Wow.
And our retention, our persistency last month was at 96%. Are you kidding me?
Gosh.
Are you kidding me? Like there's no chargebacks. I'm paying the all chargeback, not from final expense, not from IULs. You don't see that in IULs. Guys, come on. Like this is the way to go. And then here's what was happening for me. I was calling, I had this ad running for Hispanics. They were young and healthy. And I know my products because I study my products. I'm like, I can't put them on a final expense. That's not fair. I got to do an IUL for them. And I said, I'm going to put them on an IUL. And that's how I started. I'm like, this is a healthy client. I have to do it for them. So I did it for the client. And then I went to convention. And then everybody that was there with me, we're like, we're going all in. And of those people, there's 2 Hall of Famers and 2 people that hit Hall of Fame. And there's an agency that went to 2 million. And there's a bunch of people that did over 6 figures that got here last year to go to that convention. That's the difference. And guess what? I know there's only 15 days left, 13 days. You have the same opportunity today. Maybe you already have a team and they gave you a bunch of excuses. Don't take it. Take the people that are really hungry for this. So that changed my business forever. Convention and IULs. And then I'm just getting started, really, Grady. So when we go to IULs, if we go there now, like I know some of you guys are selling IULs, and I think there's so many great people in this company. And I've learned from all of you guys. All of you guys that came before me selling IULs and Family First Life. Trust me, I saw your video. Slow, not fast. And I was taking notes, okay? And I've learned from you, and I apply what I've learned. And maybe I didn't like what this person said, but I like what he said. And then I take a little bit from this one and that one. And then I did my own work, because here's the good news. I was already reading the books. I was getting educated in the topic. 4 years doing IBC. That was a bunch of books every single week. We had to study a book because we didn't have leads, so we had to study, right? We didn't have sales, so we had to study. So here I'm applying what I've learned. And then I keep learning more and more and more every single day. Guys, we got the best companies, the best product. And my gosh, like it's so easy to win in Family First Life if you do the work. It's not going to be like given to you. No, you got to sweat. You got to put the sweat and the tears. You got to do the 16-hour days and 6 days a week if you want to win, right? If you want to come part-time and work whenever you feel like it, it's not going to work. I could promise you that. So we created a script that works for us. And then we buy leads. We invest a lot of money in leads. Like with my production right now, because I know Grady was asking me about leads, right? So we produce our own leads. We have our own lead source, right? Through Facebook, Instagram, Google, you know, that everybody's doing it. It's not a secret. Everybody could do leads. That's why it's not a big deal anymore.
It's incredible.
And I get people to book appointments with me. Like, how easy is that? Like they show up in my calendar. How much easier is for you to talk to somebody that booked an appointment? And even if they didn't, they read something really long. They saw a whole video. They have to put their information in there. They have to give you like how much money they want to put into this IUL. Do you think a person that does all of that, it really wants to buy this IUL? Of course they do. Because I would not sign up for that because I have IUL. So I don't want it, so I wouldn't do it, but they want it. So when they come to us, there's some critical things that I'm going to talk about selling an IUL. 6 things that I want you to think about when you're selling an IUL, right? The first one, make sure you work on your script. Like maybe you have stuff all over the place. That's one thing that I see a lot with agents. They don't have a process to do this IUL presentation. They are all over the place. And that's exactly how your business is going to be, all over the place. So you got to structure your presentation, and you have to have a beginning, a middle, and an ending, right? So how do I put that in my script? I have that opening, right? That intro, 5 to 7 seconds, guys. That's all you got for that person to stay on the phone with you. So you get that intro, right? And then you go into...
Will you give us the words as you're going through this?
Yes,
just for people are gonna... Awesome.
Absolutely. So, hey, John. Hey, John, this is Digna. I am the financial professional that was assigned to help you with the IUL information that you requested online. And John is going to say yes. Okay, John. So it looks like you saw it on Facebook or wherever it was. I do say that because I want them to remember. And you're possibly looking to get an IUL for supplement your retirement. Is that correct? Possibly. I'm using those words because I'm not going to guarantee. I don't know anything yet. I'm going to take it away right from the beginning from this client, right? I'm not selling anything. Yes. And then I'm going to go into my discovery. I want to find out what was it that got his attention. So, John, what was it on that, whatever you saw online that got your attention? What do you like most about what you saw on that video? Well, I like the tax-free retirement or the living benefits, whatever they say, doesn't matter. Here's what most agents do. And this is the mistake I hear every day, guys. Trust me, I work with a lot of agents. Oh, you like the tax-free retirement? Oh, well, let me tell you about the IUL. And no, that's not the time. Don't do it. Stop if you're doing it. What else did you like about that? Why did you like that part of the IUL? I tell my agents when they say whatever they say, doesn't matter what it is. Well, I want to protect my family. Or, well, I want to save money for my retirement. Whatever it is, I want them to ask 2 more questions right there. If you apply this today, 2 more questions about that answer. What is it about the tax-free retirement that you want more to know more about? What is it about the benefit that you want to know more about? What is it about the IUL that really, why you think the IUL is the solution for you? I want them to tell me why they want this IUL. Most agents start presenting at that point. It's too soon. And this is why later they're going to tell you, I want to think about it. I need to talk to my wife. I need to talk to my godmother. Yes, they will, because you have no rapport with this person. So I want to go into discovery at that point. I want to know, how long have you been looking for this? I want to know if you spoke to somebody already, because they might already have an application in the system with another agent. What a disaster if you put another one. Right? And a lot of agents do that because they don't do the discovery correctly. I want to know, what do they have going on right now? And what kind of results are they getting from that? Do they have a 401k? Do they have a pension? Do they have another 401k? Another IUL, and they want to get a different one? I want to know more. Most agents start talking about the IUL right at the beginning. And you get in those things at the end. Oh, well, I don't know. Send me the illustration. Send me an email. Of course, they need more information because you went too soon, right? They don't trust you yet. The other thing that's important is the tonality. How you talk to this guy. I mean, are you too excited trying to sell something, or are you having a conversation like a real financial professional? Like you really want to help this person. That makes all the difference, guys. And when I talk to them, and let's say they say, well, yeah, I have been looking for 2 years, or what, I just started looking. If they say I just started looking, no, yeah, I don't know, I just started looking for the IUL. And I look at the date of birth. I said, John, I have whatever. Let's say John is 55. John, I have you here at 55 years old. Is that right? And you just started looking for an IUL? You didn't have a plan before? Like, I'm confused. Like, what? Like, he's behind. Like, I don't want to oh, I'm so glad you're looking for this now. Well, IULs are perfect for you. No, John, you're behind. Like, you didn't do this at 20? Yeah. At 25? Oh my gosh. Okay, let's move on. I'm a doctor, guys. You go to a doctor and they're not gonna say, oh, you have a headache? Okay, here's a pill. Like, I don't know. They want to ask questions. Why? What? Where? What side of the head? When you do what happens, right? And if you do that with your clients, they're gonna have a lot of respect for you, because they understand they're not working with just anyone. They're working with a professional. That's so important, guys. So here's the thing. I don't sell my IUL. I don't talk about IUL, and people might think I'm crazy until I qualify my client. Because the worst thing you could do, guys, selling IULs is to sell the IUL, how wonderful this product is and all the benefits that it has and all the cash value. And then the person had a heart attack last month because you didn't qualify them. So after the discovery, I go into and I ask all the hard questions. So what if you don't do anything, John? What will be the plan B? What happens to your family? I mean, what else is happening? Do you have any mortgage? I want to know if they have a mortgage. They have any kids under the age of 18 that they're responsible for college? Is the wife working full-time or part-time? What other responsibility do they have? And then I'm going to go into the medical questions. I want to know, John, this is one thing that I say, and it's in my script, and you could take it from me today. I say, hey, John, by the way, this is not something you could buy. You got to qualify for, and you qualify with 3 things. Okay. Your health, your health, your record, like your driving record, and your budget, right? Your income. So we got to go over those 3 things to see if you even qualify for this. Like, I'm not selling. I'm taking it away right from the beginning, right? And at that point, they already told me all their pain points. I already have all the pain points for this person. So they are going to give me everything that I want. They're going to tell me when they went to the doctor, what's going on, what prescription they take, and they're not going to hold anything back. Because at this point, they want to qualify for this IUL. And that's really what I do. And I really connect with this client. So let's say that I did my presentation and everything went super well. Because then here's another thing that we do. We do share screen with the client and we show the illustration. We try to do one call close, guys. I don't want to schedule anything. I don't call to book appointments. I call to close. If they want to book an appointment, that's different. I get it. People are working, driving, whatever. Some people want to do 2 parts on the I don't do any of that. I want you on the phone with me.
Let's get it done.
Time.
Time is now. I got 4 kids, dude. Let's get this done.
Right. What else are you? What? You 50 and you haven't done this? What have you been doing? Are you kidding me? No. Right now we got to take it. 20 years ago you needed to do this, John. Like, we have to do this today, right? So you got to put a sense of urgency on your clients. I mean, seriously, some agents are too laid back. Oh, yeah, how about Friday night? No, he's going to be drinking Friday night with his buddies. He needs to do it today. He was thinking about it today. When I see the time, sometimes you see the time when they come in 1:30 in the morning. I'm like, John, it was 1:30 in the morning last night. And I'm going to assume you were in bed thinking about this IUL. You know, like, what was going through your head? Did something recently happen in the family? And you'd be surprised what happened. They'll tell you. So you got to use whatever you have. Because remember, if you don't build a gap between what the client is today and what they want to be with this IUL, there's no gap, they're not doing anything with you. They're going to keep searching for an IUL for another 2 years, and they're probably going to die with nothing, okay?
Say that again, just because people might have missed that, because that was very valuable.
Okay, so guys, you got to build a gap between what the client is today and where they want to be with this IUL. And the time is right now. If you don't build that gap, they're going to keep, saying, I'm going to think about it. And it's going to be 2 years later or a year later or 10 years later, and they're not going to have anything. And they sat down with you and you didn't do your job. That's the way I see it. I didn't do my job, because today is the day for you, John, right? If you sit down with me. Doesn't happen all the time, but I know that's what I'm there for, right? Now, what people are afraid of 2 things: pain now or future pain, right? So right now, John, if you passed away, if you have a heart attack, if anything could happen. What's the deal with your family? What's going to happen? How could you continue your lifestyle? What money you have coming in, right? That's what this IUL is going to do for you. But what if you don't do anything and then you get to 65, 70 and you don't have any money for retirement? How's that going to look with $767 on your Social Security? Like, future pain, it hurts. So you got to build the gap before you go into closing this person, right? And that's so important. Yes, we do use Crankwheel for sharing screen with clients. Some clients like to still get on Zoom, which is fine. We send the link, get on. We have rooms in our agency where we have virtual rooms, and they just join a room with us. And we'll have private, do not enter, meeting with a client. And we have a bunch of those, and people just going with their client. Send me John to room whatever. Boom, they're there with a client. We figure it out, guys. Virtually.
Client comes in, there's 30 people dialing on Zoom. They're like, click room 7.
Room 7.
It's like they're walking into a real office.
I'm telling you, and we're recruiting a lot of people too. It's crazy. So what I was going to say too, this is something that I don't think a lot of people are doing with IULs. And this is what Grady and I were talking about yesterday, is doing a policy delivery, guys. I've learned that in the practice companies, right? You had to do it with your clients, or they'll charge you $100 or something crazy. So in my agency, I have a way to get the agents motivated to do it. Like, I give them a free IUL lead, but they have to send a video with their client on Zoom. And the client is saying, how great their service was. And you'd be so I have tons of video every Saturday when we do our weekly meeting of people saying, I love this person. They helped me. They answer all of my questions. I was looking for this for a long time. I never found anybody good. And what you hear, and I love that when the other agents are listening, I said, that's the lead. That's somebody that put information, and look how happy they are today because you helped them. And what we do, we give them a gift. We give them a gift. We send them a book. We send them a book and their policy package.
What is that book? Could you bring that closer? China. Tu dinero, tu llegado.
Your money, your legacy, and it's gonna be. There you go. It's in Spanish. We have the English version, but we didn't take it out yet. It's not out yet. It's coming.
So,
but,
as before she continues, because I wanted to say, guys, what you're about to hear is the absolute most tactical approach that I've seen from high-level leadership and high-level production thus far in this business. I was blown away when she shared this with me. And I'm not, before I continue, I am not suggesting all of you go start and write a book. If you check the bottom on the author of this book, I am suggesting, though, you find some sort of a gift or tool from Wiley Hawkins, who gives flowers to any policy that's over $100, to agents that send brownies, to agents that send thank you cards. Because the agents that don't send anything and don't do policy reviews are the agents who are soon out of the business from chargebacks because the clients don't even know who their agent is. So Digna has gone above and beyond for herself, her business, and her team by writing a book, which I would love her to dig into more, that is to her clientele in Spanish. And I cannot wait until it comes out in English, because right now I think just I'll give it to my mom and I'll just struggle my way through it. But I'm sure it's incredible. But the value raise on a small little gift anchoring the tactics of what the product is that they just purchased, and now they're committing mentally to spend money on forever, and that this is going to be the solidifying factor for their retirement. Talk about trust building. This is such an incredibly tactical business move. I'm so proud of you for having the foresight to do something as it did. Was it really hard? Probably not really hard, but it took a lot of time to put it together and to get it the way you wanted, to get the message you wanted. And most people won't do that. And it's so incredible. I'm so proud of you. It's so freaking awesome. So, but there's other great books by Patrick Kelly, Taxi Retirement, The Retirement Miracle. There's a bunch of them out there. Find some Pro IUL books and send them to your client post-sale. Also, at the same Jedi angle, is send them to the big think about it who are on the hook, who maybe you didn't do the 2 more questions after they tell you what they like because you didn't dig in deep enough, and then you got to think about it at the end. Well, if they feel qualified for them, that's somewhere you can invest a few $10, $15, $20, send them a book, follow up with them, challenge them to read it, etc. But this is Digna's book. I would highly go buy it to just show her some support. Let's get those Amazon rankings up. But at the same standpoint, I bought one yesterday when we got off the phone. It comes on Friday. I'm going to bring it to get an autograph. I guarantee.
Give us a review, a 5-star review, okay?
I'll give a review. But this Digna wrote a book, guys. So absolutely incredible. I'm going to slow down and pass it back to her, tell her how she uses it, maybe how she came up with the idea, etc. But just absolutely blown away by you.
So actually, we were giving a gift to our clients already, and when we do the policy delivery, guys, if you're not doing it, please start today. Like all your old clients, just bring them on Zoom with you and show them what they got approved for, because it's so valuable to say this is now for real. Like if something happens in your family, this is available to your children, to your wife, to your husband. And show them the value, show them how to log in into the app for the company. And that way, it's something they don't see anything and they pay $500, whatever. So you're giving them something. And then I send this little package with the policy package from whether it's National Life, F&G, and the book. And sometimes I do another little gift, like a little safe that's, water and fireproof, like $39.99 on Amazon to save documents, right? Anybody that does a policy over $200 a month, guys, that's nothing. So when we send this beautiful package with a thank you note and we get them on Zoom, I was sending another book. And I'm going to tell you what I did, because some people, like you said, are not willing to do that. So Sundays are my day off, and that's my family church and all that good stuff, because I work 6 days nonstop. I was getting up at 5 a.m. every Sunday before my family got up, and I would work on my book 3 hours every Sunday for 6 months. That's how I did the book. I didn't have extra time. I didn't take it from my business. I said, I'm going to sacrifice some time because I want to give something of so much value to this client. And now my agents were already buying a book and sending it to the clients. Now they send this book from our agency. And yesterday I had a message from one of my agents. She forwarded to me what the client had said. The client had said, I want to wait. Something happened with the presentation. He didn't want to do it. Now she sent him the book. He sent the message and said, I thought I wanted to wait, but after reading the book and getting educated on the topic, I want to do this now. I was so excited and so happy, because this is education. This is showing them how to use the product, why they should do it for their kids and their wives and everybody they know, and why now. Like, don't wait. And I put a bunch of stories of actual clients of mine. I have a friend that got paid out on living benefits, $87,000 check, because he had a policy with living benefits with me. He paid off his home and he's okay, but thank God he had that money. I had so many stories of people that changed their lives with what we do, guys. That's what we do. And I just wanted to share that. So the English version is going to be out. And then Sean he found out yesterday. I guess you told him. And he's like, we're going to sell it at convention. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so nervous, but I'm excited. I just want to help,
It's helping people. And
yeah.
So, without sharing the whole thing, what is the premise? Is it education on IULs? Is it your story, your voice? Do you make up fictional characters? Is it story based? Is it like reading an encyclopedia, or is it reading a Fabio story where IULs at the top of the mountain? And I can't wait to read it in English.
So it talks about, a little bit of my story, some of my clients' testimonials and things that we've been able to do with IULs, but it's more like financial education, like really breaking down the IULs, like every part of it, like why you should have this, and then infinite banking, how to use the policy, and then even index annuity, and really educating the clients how to do a financial plan for their family, how to start the kids' savings. I talked about what I do with my kids. They get $10. They got to split it in different percentages. So they always have money. They all have IULs. They all have a legacy built in a policy. So I talked about all of that because it's like something that's relatable. Anyone could really do it, right? You could start with $100 if that's all you got. But if you have more, why not do more and secure the future of your next generation? So it's kind of that. It's mostly educating the clients on the products that they're getting and why they should get it for more people. And then asking for referrals at the end. The agents could put their name, their information, because if somebody else gets the book and they look in the back, that information is there. They could call that person. So I purposely did that. So, because, you could say, read this book. And then they're like, oh, well, I want to call that person. I want to be helped. So It's that kind of book.
So policy delivery is just so, because agents will get so excited to get the lead, get someone on the phone, you got to take control of the doctor, then you make the sale, right? That can be 95%. Let this 5% of but if it's 95%, then that 5% might cost you 100% because they don't feel as complete holistic care of being, it's like going and get your blood drawn. They never call you back and go, you're fine. You're just terrified for days and weeks and months until you go see the doctor again. He's like, oh yeah, your blood was fine. You're like, oh, I thought you guys were like running it at labs in Massachusetts or something, so that's the policy delivery, is anchoring the whole process, going through the policy with them, getting them set up in the app, and then delivering an additional value add to boost their knowledge and passion for this product they're now using to save for their family, which is Digna, such a incredible move. Yes, you're the author. Yes, your team gets to use it, but guys, there's a lot of other books out there that you can use. Don't go, well, I'm not an author. Digna's, no wonder she wrote $600,000. Yeah, sure. He sacrificed her.
This just came out. This just came out 3 months ago. Okay.
Day, and she's getting up at 5 a.m. to write. I mean, some people wish for it, some people work for it. Digna's a worker, and it's just absolutely incredible. Digna, close this out. Any final thoughts, goals? How many people are going to be at convention this year? What's your team goal? What's your sales goal this year? Hit us with some real numbers so we can look at this in 12 months and go, we hit them all.
So crazy. I'm telling you guys, listen up. If you're here today, I don't know how many people are on this call right now. I can't see, but
about 150.
Okay. All of you guys need to be at convention, and you cannot go there by yourself. I'm going to tell you right now, when you're sitting there and you're listening to and seeing everything that's happening, the first thing you're going to say, man, I wish so-and-so was here with me. Don't wish for it. You got 14 days. Fly, walk, ride a bicycle, drive. I don't care how, but get there, right? Change your life forever. Because here's what's going to happen. All the problems you have right now, I promise you they're money related right now. Most of the problems you got. Go over there, get inspired, and then go fire it up to work. But don't wait. Write a couple of policies before you get there, and so you could have the money. You find money to buy an iPhone or a new computer. You can find money to get to a place that's going to completely change your life forever. So no more excuses. You need to get there. I don't care. I tell people, unless you're in the hospital, like in the hospital bed, you can't move. Like that's the only reason why you shouldn't be there. Like any other reason, I don't want to hear it. You should be there. I don't want to hear it. And don't talk to me after, because if you didn't show up, I'm not going to tell you what happened. So get to convention. Don't go there by yourself. If you have a little team and everybody's saying they don't have money, they're lying to you. They got money. They're in America. Hello, they're not in Bangladesh. They're in America. They own a cell phone and they have a car and they got money to go to convention. Get them there. Invite new people. Get people that are hungry. Forget about the people that are making excuses. I don't have time for those people. I work hard every single day and I expect that from other people. I don't have time for lazy people. I'm sorry. And you should be the same. So get there with people. And a lot of people said last year, 2024 is going to be my year. Well, guess what? 2024 is gone. Forget about it. It's done. Whatever numbers you got, just live with it. It's done. Here's 2025, brand new, 16 days in. What are you doing with your life? What are you doing with your lead purchase? Are you on Zoom every morning? What are you doing? Are you reading a new book? Are you planning what you're going to do? Because I'm going to tell you what we're doing. We started a 90-day Hall of Fame. This is how crazy, Grady. Right now, I have about 30 people in a group. I have a big agency. I only have 30 people. And of those 30, I think 5 are going to be kicked out this week. 90-day to Hall of Fame. That's crazy. That's what we're going for. 90-day to Hall of Fame. Those people are committed. We wake up every morning. We work out. Everybody has to send the pictures of the workout. I don't want to hear it. Send your picture or you're going to get kicked out. Everybody's reading. Everybody's buying leads every week. We're doing the activities and we report once a week. On its own. Today is reporting 9th. And 90-day to Hall of Fame. Why not? We did it. I did it in 7 months yesterday. I could do it in 90 days. So could they. So we have a bunch of people that are committed and they're going to run for it. I won Hall of Fame agency in less than 6 months. That's crazy, but I know it could be done. So why not?
Why not? Why not?
For it.
Numbers so far, 800,000 submitted in 16 days. Sounds like a lot of people are on the right track. So that's incredible.
I'm excited.
So absolutely. So your goal to end, what's your personal production goal for 2025?
Oh, 20. I want to do $1 million for 25.
Gold jacket.
Yeah.
So we get a red jacket at 400, guys. There's a gold jacket we give out at $1 million. And
I gotta get me the gold jacket, the red, that's it. I want gold.
Red's guaranteed, right? The gold will look nice on you. We'll tell Willie.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell Willie. Yeah, he's going for it too. I'm so grateful for it. I had to give a shout out to my husband. He is killing at recruiting. He's amazing. Thank you, babe. I know you're listening. He's doing amazing with the team. I mean, the Spanish team is kind of kicking their butts a little bit, but we get in there, with the English team. But he's awesome. He's a great part of what I do, and he supports me in everything. And I'm so grateful to have my family behind this, because that's what you want. You want your family to be there for you. And the only way they're going to do it if you have results. If you're just complaining and not getting paid, and nobody's going to care. just go do the work, get it done. I mean, seriously, like I have no time for complainers, Grady. I know I might sound too crazy, but why complain when you have such a golden opportunity, guys? People are dying for something like this. There's people still knocking on doors and they don't have leads and they are 30%. What are you waiting for? This is it, guys. Let's go all in. I mean, I'm super fired up. I'm excited. I know we're just getting started. I know that for a fact because there's so many other people that need help and we have the best opportunity. Why not talk to more people every single day? And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to help a lot of people get to Hall of Fame this year. I'm going to get a lot of people get logo. We're probably going to have at least 6 to 7 logos by June. That's a goal. I mean, we're just going to keep helping people. That's what we're going to do. We're not stopping for nothing. If you're Hispanic and you're listening to this and you're in another company, you need to call me. Let's get you started and let's go to work.
I love it, Digna. I absolutely love it. Digna, thank you so much for joining me. I can't wait to see you in 13 days. Dallas is going to be incredible. Your energy is infectious. Your team's on fire. And, you know, all the only advice is just keep going, right? Don't
stop.
Just don't need to, nothing needs to be fixed. Nothing's broke. We just keep rolling that wheel right now and we'll keep rolling it. So proud of you, excited for you and cheering you on along the way. So thank you for joining us, everybody. Please drop DDM in the chat below to show Digna some love. And appreciate you so much. You have an amazing day.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, Grady. You're amazing. Thank you, Sean, for this opportunity. Marissa, I love you.
Awesome. All right. Take care. Okay, guys, as you heard, Digna is hold on. Not yet. There we go. Hold on. All right. As you heard, Digna is an absolute ball of energy. And the value of that is something so simple as to understand that can you get crazy excited about what you're trying to do? Can you get crazy excited about your own future, about your own life, about the direction that you want to go? I can tell you the peaks and valleys of any successful person are higher and lower than anything that the average person has gone through. They take bigger risks, they take bigger swings, and they take bigger hits in the stomach. And that big difference between where you are and where they are is the decision that they chose to just keep on going. And so from Digna's story today, from the agents she's coaching, from what your goals are, it's all the same, right? It's stressful, it's awful, and it's amazing, all in the same minute sometimes. But the choice has to be that I'm going to choose to keep taking steps forward. I'm going to choose to keep getting uncomfortable, making dials and calling strangers and trying to turn them into friends. I'm going to keep trying to get better. I'm going to keep putting new skills and new word tracks and new ideas in my own brain. So when I communicate with these clients, the words that come out are better than anything I've ever said before. And that's the only way to take yourself from who you are today and who you deserve to be. Because right now, you don't deserve to be Hall of Fame. You don't deserve to be gold jacket. You don't deserve to be a board member. You don't deserve to be able to call to close any lead that gets on the phone with you because you haven't put in the paces yet. You haven't put in the time. Digna's put in the time, her team's put in the time. And that's the thing that I would encourage all of you is that if you look fast forward 5 years and look at where you are in 5 years, it's going to look a lot like the last 5 years if you don't change something significantly. That's the difference between successful people and unsuccessful people. They all get 24 hours a day. The successful people just choose to use them differently. So excited, so grateful for Digna, and thank you so much for joining me. One final slide. Next week, we got a pretty awesome call coming up. Something huge. Can't even talk about it. So much I'm not going to talk about it that I'm going to be elusive in the sense that I'm saying you cannot afford this big reveal. We'll have everyone buzzing. So join me next week. Huge call, and I mean it's gonna be tough to top this call because Digna's absolutely rock star. But save the website, save the whatever page you're on, and I'm looking forward to next week's call. Absolutely tremendous, and this will be our last call before we head into convention, so you will not want to miss it. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you so much to Digna. Thank you to Willie, and thank you to everybody that showed up to get better today, because that's the difference between the people that aren't on here. They chose to not get better today. There's people watching on YouTube, and that's great. I'm happy you're watching on YouTube, but we were live. We're only live once. So, but thank you all. Grateful for you all, and we'll see you next week. It's going to be a huge call. Bye for now.